it's huge. I've actually been there. It's huge.
Yeah,
it's
so it's massive. So there's so many different things happening. So to really just paint it in all different in one style of paint, one style of painting, as well as just have like, you know, just one genre. I mean, I wanted to have music. I wanted to bring
different elements.
just different elements, like some abstract, a little bit of like. I guess my favorite artists were the Renaissance artists, so I brought a little feeling of that into there as well. So it kind of just morphs in from there, and then it comes into what Rack started to get into a little more was microbrewery beers and stuff like that. So
cool.
It has an entire section of like a brewery kind of scene where basically it goes from grain to the truck to, like, you know, from the delivery to the just history of it and everything. History. So there was a very interesting piece there I did on that.
You'll have to show some of these images
Oh
later,
yeah,
like little flashes of them, because it's impressive. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. And I also did a private room. So the private room actually has a ceiling painted in it, and I had a little bit of kind of a sense of like what Michelangelo would have gone through a little bit just by like having to have my neck sort of like, you know.
You're upside down. You're like this, like painting on the ceiling.
Yeah, like just having my neck sort of like this for the entire time that I was painting it, and like, you know, the occasional paint dripping in your face and sometimes your eyes or whatever. It's like, you know, it's kind of not as huge a ceiling as what he would have painted, but I'm just sort of correlating the two of like the Renaissance
what he had to go through.
And how I kind of bring those together.
When you think about the styles that you do, which are several different ones, we'll talk about those in a minute, you're influenced by the Renaissance a lot. And this is specifically like, you can kind of see it like in the female faces and like some of the baroque, like the way that you do the framing and things like this. Even your outfit that you're wearing right now. Yeah. It's not necessarily Renaissance, but like the baroque kind of like frame styles. Yeah. All this.
Well, I think
what was that appeal to this? You know, like were you drawn to this?
Well, I mean, I think from just every aspect of that, I always liked a lot of the architecture, like the Roman architecture and that sort of thing. And I thought it might be really cool just to kind of like give a little flavor of that into the clothing that I was doing. And you know, so I started doing the molding on the shoes and the jacket, and with the clothing as well, doing the, which we'll talk about maybe later, the acid-etched style that actually...
you brought some of your art here. So
So, yeah, exactly. So the acid-etched style that I work in basically, which is a multi kind of media style, I wanted to bring that unique aspect with the baroque style, with you know, just using those molds and things like that to kind of give a little bit of a taste of what my inspirations were. And so it definitely comes through in my clothing, it comes through in my paintings, and it just keeps evolving. So there's so much beauty behind, you know, just that evolution of, you know, where I began to where I am now, as far as like how my paintings and my clothing started to come together. And there's just so much more in the future of that.
For sure. I mean, there's several different types of art that you do. You've got your street art, your pop art, I guess, in a way.
Yeah.
You've got your graffiti buddies, you call them. You do graffiti, right? You've got your quills. You have all this really cool stuff that we'll be able to show you guys out there in Wonderland, as I like to say, in a little while. Come here. So Shane's brought some of his really cool art here into my crib, and we're going to talk about it. These are, this is one of the faces that I was talking about that he does. Talk about the style. What is this?
Okay, so this one was actually created live during Art Basel Miami this year. So basically, when I was talking about how I use charcoal, airbrush, and brushwork, this is the same style. So coming in with the charcoal to kind of hash out the lines and build up the form a little bit, and then I bring the brush in, and then the airbrush. As you can see with the airbrush, it allows me to kind of use things like...
Show where the airbrush would be and where the charcoal is.
For instance, these lines or whatever are created with like a stencil type, so I'm actually just taking, and I'm going to drop my drink for a second, show you. And I'm moving to music too. So this is all done by music. So I actually like to get into the vibe.
Do it.
Not hip hop. This is a little different. But as I'm moving to the music, I'm hitting these areas and just dragging it in, dragging it down. Sometimes, so this may have been done at a particular time before the face was fully finished. And then bringing the charcoal. As I was doing the charcoal, sometimes you see a little bit of the drips coming through the canvas, although I did airbrush a lot of it out. And you see a little bit of brush stroke here and there. But for me, this is just a kind of a cool abstract piece that just came about. I didn't really think about it too much. I just wanted to create something that resembled a face, but not fully finished.
She's beautiful. Do you name these?
This one I haven't named. Some of them are named, some of them aren't.
This one kind of looks like Sophia Loren. That's what you're talking about, like kind of the noses, like are pinched a little bit in the eyes. The extended lashes, which are so beautiful.
Yeah.
He was doing lip filler before it was cool. Made it cool.
True,
It's beautiful. I love her. How long would something like this take you to do?
This typically is about a 2 to 3 hour piece live, maybe 2 hours to be honest.
Long.
Not too long.
Yeah.
I probably stretched it out because I wanted to kind of like just perform a little bit. Yeah.
Just kidding. That's awesome. Would you like your cocktail again for this?
Yes. Do you mind if I grab my drink?
This is super dope. This is like more like pop art, right? You would say?
Yeah. So this is a cool pop art piece I did. I actually wanted to take Scrooge and create him a little more three-dimensionally. So what I like to do with my characters is I actually create a little bit of a landscape within the eyes.
I see it. It looks like a city.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a detail in there that I like to hide a little bit within the eyes. And then as we move our way from there and outward, you can see it in the glasses.
It's reflecting. Yeah.
All the reflections on different areas, the frame. I like to bring the baroque style of the filigree sort of in the background, which is all about that sort of early kind of Renaissance-esque period. And then this one just kind of, I thought I wanted to switch from some of the earlier pieces. I thought, well, if it showed him having one of the most expensive paintings in the world, that would say something about Scrooge, because
the Mona Lisa.
He has taste, and he has expensive taste, because he loves artwork and
the Mona Lisa. That's
things
pretty
that
good.
represent money.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then $100 bills, Joe.
Well, you know, he always keeps a small amount of cash on him.
Is that how you take the strip clubs with you?
Yes.
And the girls wear shoes like this?
Mostly $100 bills.
$100 bills, Joe.
Sometimes thousands.
It's so beautiful, and like I see the airbrush. I'm not an artist, but I can see that you've airbrushed some things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So this is it's basically done with 3 layers. I start off using. This one isn't charcoal, this is watercolor. So watercolor, sometimes I just design on the canvas itself. Watercolor is actually very easy to work with in the way that I can kind of blend by using using a bit of water to kind of fade it in a little bit with that. And then on top of that, I'll bring the brushes in, and then I finish it off with the airbrush. So there's a couple techniques that
How long does it take you to do something like this?
This is typically 30 years.
Okay, so you're about 7 when you started that.
Well,
okay.
2 days, but when somebody asks me about how long it typically takes me to do a painting, I tell them how long it took me to actually learn how to paint it. That's the thing.
How you put a tab on it.
Yeah,
how much
because it's a lifetime of teaching yourself the technique,
really
right?
Cool. So again, this is one of your beautiful female faces that something like this you had at Art Basel. Was it this one that you had?
This was actually done sideways. So I was actually
So you paint sideways sometimes?
I paint all kinds of ways.
Upside down,
everything, yeah. I did a tattoo on myself upside down too when I tattooed.
See that later. That's really cool. So you did that sideways.
Yeah. So this was done the same techniques as that. It was done very loosely using charcoal. Actually, to watch this was very, very interesting because I was just being very loose with it, and it's very large, but it's much like a dance when I'm moving my hands. As I'm moving it in, bringing it in, and then I brought the brush in, and then I brought in the airbrush, but it's still, as you can see here, some of it's charcoal and some of it is the airbrush. So I'm just kind of swooping in, bringing the hair in, working in like the nice softness of the cloth with the skin tones. Everything's very soft. It moves together very nicely.
Does she look like Sophia Loren? Anybody? Anyone?
She might have.
Bueller?
Some of them have.
She's gorgeous.
That effect.
She's like an Italian woman. I love it. And the lashes, like chicks pay a lot of money for these lashes. They really do. A lot. And I love the roses. They're beautiful.
Thank you.
It's kind of a signature thing that you do too, right?
Yes,
The roses?
yes. I do like to use the roses, a little bit of cloth. To me, bringing the cloth into something you might see a little bit in a lot of old Renaissance paintings and that sort of thing. It brings a flow.
Yeah.
It also adds a little bit of emotion when you're using a flow in a certain way with the cloth and with the hair as well and all that sort of thing. The roses are soft. It is, it's a filler in certain areas that I use.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I know that several people have bought paintings from you that are in this style.
Yes, yeah.
They love this.
Yes, I do get a lot of requests for this particular style of art. And it's also easy to match up with a lot of decor when people want to fill their homes with things because it's just, so there's no color, so it just kind of blends in.
Our eyebrows are on fleek.
Yeah.
Do people still say that anymore? On fleek? I don't know.
Oh, and these are some of my charcoals down here, just to kind of give a quick little, just show you a little bit of like how some of the drawings
That's about as
start
sexy
out.
as you get there, right? Or do you paint chicks that are like naked?
Sometimes I do. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that
In the future?
in the future.
You never know. Crystal balls say yes.
Yeah.
8 balls point to yes. So this over here, this is your acid-etched style that you created.
Yes.
This is like
now this is actually one of my signature styles.
love this
It's
so
called acid-etched painting. That's what I call it because it's a multimedia piece. And so what I generally do here is I actually have 100% black cotton canvas. I'm using different saturations of bleach and I'm pulling color out. As I'm pulling the color out, I'm airbrushing into that. So you got to imagine how bleach lifts color out. So as it's lifting out, you can kind of slowly see it lift out. It's kind of very organic kind of feel to it. And then I'm airbrushing into that. So I'm sculpting an image out that has sort of a ghosted in kind of look to it. You can see the soft abstract sort of drips within the background. It's hard to create that soft abstract drip with paint. It only kind of appears mostly with this particular style. The balance of the two is just has so much harmony to it that it almost looks as if it's just all done at once.
So much.
And then sometimes I like to bring in some bright color and that sort of thing, in with a little bit of that, I'd say, baroque kind of style in the background.
Which is like, and you signed it here.
Yes.
This is your famous signature?
This is my famous signature.
Does it say at Good Created or is it just?
This is just, it's just a signature with.
2023.
Yeah. So
This year.
very recent.
That's nice. It's really cool. And so then the threads that you're wearing right now, this is not the acid etch. This is just.
This is the acid etch. So this is the
So,
same style.
It's beautiful. She does, I mean, I don't know if you guys out there know who Sophia Loren is, but she kind of looks like her to me. Like these eyes, the nose, like, it's beautiful. It really is. And I know you get compliments on this all the time. What is significant of the 3?
Well, so the 3 was actually, I started doing that with, there's a few significant sort of reasoning behind that. 3 for me was always my number, whatever, in sports and that sort of thing. But it also was like you, 333 and that sort of thing. I've always kind of looked a little bit as
magical number.
It is. I would always see that number at very significant times in my life. It would appear. It would appear. And I would always kind of say, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But then the fact that it was always my number and that sort of thing was kind of cool. But then it also has like a little bit of like a religious kind of, connotation to it. It
like
has.
What?
Well, I mean, for my particular religious background, it always signifies Trinity and all that kind of stuff.
The Father, Son, Holy Ghost.
Exactly. And so I was brought up in that, but it has that also, angels and that sort of thing. You think of angel numbers.
Yeah, you do.
And
they're
I
on your
think-
glasses as well. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Backwards 3s. Does that mean you're sideways?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. No.
Sideways good. But those are fly. You made those as well. Yeah.
So
really cool.
so I initially started to do a collection of that, and it has this logo on the back. So I decided to stay with that, and I'm gonna do like a signature collection and continue doing that logo on a lot of my signature pieces.
Nice.
So I really I like that. I'm gonna build off of that, and it might be a lot of in a lot of signature clothing that I'm gonna be doing
put some
as well.
3s on your shoes.
Yeah, it's gonna
Put some 3s on these shoes.
very well likely happen, right? So
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Let's toast to that.
Let's toast.
Thank you for the tour.
Well, thank you.
Check them out, beautiful people. 333.
Subscribe, like, and comment on Baby's Crib. Uh-huh.